Whenever I hear the gospel proclaimed about calling no man your father, I think of a woman named Mary. Years ago, I used to bring communion to her house. And as she got older and more in need of care, one of her daughters moved in with her. And the daughter was a Jehovah's Witness. And they take this passage very literally. So she would never, ever call me father. So I'd get to the house, he's here, or the man from the church is here. Mary then would call me father in every single sentence, just to make her point as well. What the gospel is all about is not literally saying that you can't call anyone a rabbi or a father, but be careful when the rabbi or the father begins to think that he is God and he can set all the rules. It really is a gospel that condemns ostentation in the practice of religion. For example, observant Jews would put a box wrapped around and in their forehead and on their arm for morning prayer. It's a phylactery. And inside were verses of Scripture. So he's condemning them for making their phylacteries bigger and bigger and bigger, having more attention paid to them than to the Scripture itself. What the gospel really is telling us is that we need to follow Christ with humility and with love. Instead of focusing on minute laws and regulations that humans put upon us, we need to hear the gospel from last week, that the love of God and the love of neighbor are the foundations of the law. As usual, it's a matter of balance. Yes, we need laws, but we don't want to go overboard as they were doing at the time of Christ. For example, the law stated that you should not work on the Sabbath. So the scribes spent hours discussing how far you could walk before the recreation of walking turned into work. And they decided that you shouldn't walk more than a half a mile. I don't know why, but half a mile on the Sabbath. And then some other scribes did what they were called building a fence around the law so that you wouldn't accidentally break the law. So they came up with the idea that you should walk no more than 2/5 of a mile, lest you get too close to the half mile. It's a matter of balance and understanding what really is at the heart of following the Lord. Blessed Mother Teresa of Calcutta maintained a very healthy balance between law and love when it comes to the practice of religion. This is what she wrote. Each person's mission is a mission of love. Begin in the place where you are, with the people closest to you. Make your homes centers of compassion and forgive endlessly. Let no one ever come to you without coming away better and happier. At the hour of death, when we come to face with God, we're going to be judged on love. Not how much we have done, but how much love we put into the doing.